This is our 9th mini mindful moment on the topic of how to stand clear in your value. Let me share my screen so you can see a title page for that. Okay. And I'm going to get my Zoom. I'm broadcasting here from Zoom. So I like to be able to keep track of what's going on Zoom so that I can see who ends up jumping on to join me. So yes, again, how to stand clear in your value in the face of uncertainty is our topic for today. So I'm Karen, a leadership coach who loves guiding people through mindfulness practices. And we're doing this so that you can build your leadership presence, capacity, ability. So by capacity, I mean ability to see clearly and show up fully engaged with what you need to be leading, and your ability to influence. So to be positive and authentic and loving in how you show up so that you have maximum positive influence on the people that you're engaging with every day. So I mentioned that I am on Zoom broadcasting, so you can actually join me in my Zoom room at the end of the practice for a debrief and Q&A, which will happen again at the end. And the link to the Zoom is in the LinkedIn live stream description. And I want you to know that the discussion part of this is not recorded. So with the world rapidly changing around us and so much uncertainty in the works, it can seem impossible to stand clear in the value you create with your work because everything can change in an instant. And that's literally the world that we're living in now. So to be able to stand clear in your value, you need to be clear about the value exchange you are a part of so you can stand strong with what you're doing, like this beautiful tree. So much inspiration that we can get from nature. So very specifically, you need to know who your customers are and how your work improves how your customers are able to perform their job. And this may seem obvious, like, yes, of course, but there's many factors here that you need to be aware of and paying attention to. And mindfulness is great about expanding your ability to be present with all of what you need to be. And it ultimately can become easy. So yes, of course, who are your customer and how does your work improve how they perform their jobs? And also, you need to be aware of what your gifts and talents are and how you want to continue to learn and grow with your clients or your customers specifically. This part's really important. It's like is what you're offering going to grow your talents and what your interests are. And you also need to value yourself just inherently, like, yeah, I value me and I feel good about myself. And all of this needs to resonate as fair. So where you can say that the exchange of value in the form of money and time and quality of work and energy, the relational interactions that we have, that it feels right and good for everyone involved. So fundamentally, whether we're conscious about this or not, we're creating an exchange with each other and with life, how we're connected to life and nature, where we're saying, I value me and you and the work that we're in exchange with, where we're being value creators together. So as the world changes around us and uncertainty continues, we can be confident in our ability to continue to be value creators as we learn and evolve with our customers. And we can be confident in our ability to make a difference by growing our capacity learning new skills as new needs arise. So for me, I think of this as a very exciting way to live because I'm always learning and evolving, which I love. And we as human beings, I think that's innately in all of us, somehow, some way, to different degrees. So all of our mini mindful moments that I am conducting are guided by a tool I created called the IMX Compass, which is based on the rhythm of the seasons and days, which is something that we can all relate to. So I provided an experience of the compass in our very, very first mini mindful moment. So if you missed that one, make sure you go back and experience that when you get a chance. The link to all past mini mindful moments is in the description of this current event and all mini mindful moment events. So today we are still barely in the season of spring in the Northern Hemisphere, and in reality and in the compass. And the East is where we can tap into the full volition of our spring-like life force energy in valuable ways, where we're being value creators. So from the perspective of the compass, it's clarity about where we're standing in the North and how we're bringing that energy that we're tapping into within ourselves into a very specific focus that has a value exchange. So when we are clear about the changing and evolving value exchange that we're a part of, think of this as like this flow of life that we're in, we can let our life force energy flow freely and be in the exuberance of spring. And I wanted to share with you here this picture from my garden. This is right outside my front door. This is a beautiful white hydrangea that turns pink as it gets further into the summer. And it's just, you can see the exuberance of this plant in its blooming. And so, yeah, this is what we're tapping into in this mindfulness practice. So let's go ahead and go into our practice now. I'll stop sharing. And I would like to invite you to close your eyes and let yourself just settle in. Let whatever you just heard me say, just let it go so you don't have to think about anything that I said. Just be present with yourself. And notice your breath, that just natural in and out of your breath. And how, as you breathe, you can feel your aliveness with your breath. Each breath comes life. Notice how, as you breathe, you can become aware of your life force energy and, experience that as the most valuable and precious aspect of your life. We often don't think about this. The fact that we are alive is a gift. And having just been at a funeral last week, I'm telling you, it is a gift. So breathing is a natural value exchange that we can experience and learn from. So this exchange between you and the air around you is constantly happening, and you can be unconscious of it, or you can be conscious of the wonder of how this happens naturally and easily. And how you are an inextricable part of life in this valuable exchange of air that allows your aliveness to continue. So notice your energy and let it settle, just settle into your body as your awareness of it travels through your body. And let your energy drop down through your body, your awareness of it, and bring with it your life force energy into the ground so that you can feel the connection between your aliveness and the earth, and relax knowing that in this connection with the planet, you are safe in this moment. Just let yourself let go into this connection, relaxing a little more with each breath. And let yourself open up to a deeper place of well-being within yourself, of calm. You may be able to feel this and you may not, depending on the state of agitation or uh, sense of urgency that you might be in. But just know it's always there inside of you. Let yourself feel as much of this well-being and calm as you can. It's right there. And from here, it can become easier to see this natural exchange of value throughout your life. Just like the air that you breathe, exchanging with the air outside, inside of you, outside of you. Same is true between you and the people around you. So let yourself reflect on your life. What's going on? Where are you spending your time? And just let yourself think about that. Where are you spending your time? Let's look at the last week, maybe. What are you doing? And what does where you spend your time show you about what you value? Where do you invest your time? And is it your best quality time? Are you experiencing what you want to be experiencing? And does what you invest your time into match what you value, what is important to you, or what you want to value? Just let yourself look at where you invest your time and your energy. Looking now at where you put your enthusiasm, your focus, your attention. Where does most of that go? And what about what you spend your money on? Money is another form of energy. And it's a really good way to look at what you really value. So, as I'm asking you these questions, stay aware of your energy and your body and reflect now on the kinds of things that you think or say that you value most. And does this, what deeply matters to you, does that align with where you're investing your time and energy and money? Let yourself just be with the truth of this for you and have some compassion, noticing where there might be some differences in what you think you want and value and what you're actually valuing in your actions. Knowing that your actions speak louder than your words and thoughts, and have some compassion for yourself, for the reality of what's going on here. Just let yourself see the truth of this situation for you. So now, as you're considering what you're actually valuing, how much are you valuing yourself? Like, how much joy and pleasure do you allow yourself to experience? It's a way you can value yourself and this precious life force energy. Let yourself just feel that aliveness right now and what it's like to just revel in being alive. And let yourself feel it now so you can feel it later as things get intense or chaotic. So think about now how much of your time and energy and money is given for your benefit, the benefit of your aliveness, your fulfillment, your learning, your pleasure. This is all important too. Just think about in your life, how much is this happening? To let yourself in this moment feel or connect with the parts of yourself that you value most, your talents, your skills, your experience, the beautiful life that you've lived, the hard challenges that you've faced, the wisdom that you've gained. What of all of this do you appreciate and value in you? Just notice. And oh, by the way, are you valuing your health? So precious and important. So, in this moment, just let yourself appreciate you and value you and the aliveness. I'm noticing here with me that as I do this with myself, my aliveness feels more alive as I value me. It feels really good. And I hope you're feeling some of this too. Let's sit here for a moment and just soak up this kind of aliveness, appreciation of ourselves. Now, let yourself think about your customers and your collaborators, people that you work with, where what you do allows them to do their whatever their job is more fully. What do they want and value? And how will you know what they want and need? Where might there be some disconnect in the exchange of value with your customers and collaborators? If there is some tension or confusion, then there's disconnect. in the value exchange. So let yourself just be with where some of that disconnect might be happening. And know that being value creators together means that there is a free flow of valuable outcomes, like that hydrangea bush in my garden that's just being with exuberant blooms where we all benefit. And it's beautiful. This is where we personally win, our customers win, our collaborators win, our suppliers win, our stakeholders win. Everyone can win. There's going to be trade offs. Those trade offs serve these value outcomes that we've all agreed to, or maybe not. There may be some clarity that's needed there. That's okay. You can get to that. We can know that we're all winning, and this is possible when the flow of our life force energy increases as we experience creating value together. And this is where things can be radically changing around you. You can know that there's uncertainty and turbulence around you, and you can be confident in this kind of flow of value exchange because you're navigating through that uncertainty, clear about the value outcome that you're creating together. So notice in this moment the extent to which you are experiencing aliveness in the value exchanges that you're a part of as you think about them in this moment. Where are you feeling aliveness? That's an indicator of the free flow of value and aliveness. And where you're not, that's where things are getting jammed up. Super useful information. So value doesn't necessarily come from how hard you're working. It comes from this exchange of aliveness that you're a part of, where it feels balanced and fair eventually over time. And you can know that there will be ups and downs. So, spring is a time of rapid growth. So, let yourself feel that energy of spring now, where the full volition of life force energy is welcomed, even when it's bumpy. That's what will get you through the challenges, right? Like, those late frosts that nip our enthusiasm, like, it got cold before we got fully into spring. That's natural and normal. The stuff happens. You are learning to navigate these ups and downs more and more every day, learning and growing as you allow yourself to fully experience what's happening. From this place of clarity, of value exchange, this is so much easier, this full engagement. Let yourself feel it now. In this moment, allow yourself to value yourself first and foremost. This is where the quality of value exchange that you're a part of begins in each one of us. And remember that what you appreciates in value. Let yourself be in that appreciation of yourself now. Feel it amplify. And go ahead and open your eyes. And as you go through your day, what I want you to be paying attention to is appreciating yourself, practice appreciating yourself, and let yourself fully invest in being a value creator with everyone around you. And if you want to dive deeper into this kind of experience, check out my Define Your True Self course, where I teach you, me and my other IMX facilitators teach you how to dive into these territories and be clear about your value exchange more and more every day. Okay, I'm going to turn off the recording now and we'll move into discussion. Thank you.